Hey guys, my name's Adrian Valdez. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to figure out the best place that fits your lifestyle, Muskegon County. Let's get into it. If it's your first time checking out my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, while you're here, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button down below because I drop a new video every Saturday telling you everything there is to know about living or moving to West Michigan. I'm a licensed realtor here in the state of Michigan, which means just as much as I love to make these videos, I would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that's my number that's popping up below. I'm the guy answering all the phone calls, text messages, and emails. If there's something I can do to help, I would love to. But let's dive into it and let's talk about searching for the best place to live, Muskegon, Michigan. I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler right now. There are a lot of amazing places to live in Muskegon County, Michigan in general. But more specifically in this video, I'm going to be giving you some tools to figure out what makes the perfect location for you and the spot that'll best fit your choices. Now, a lot of you guys who are reaching out to me are coming from different states, but I also have a fair amount of locals that call me and are just looking to relocate. But relocating from one state to another can be super intimidating. And one of the good things about moving here to West Michigan, and one of the difficult things about moving here, is there are so many locations to live that would work for you and your family based on a lot of factors. However, on this video today, I'm going to be going over just a few of the key essential parts of the process that I go through with my clients to help dial in exactly what those areas look like that are correct for you. The first one we're going to dive into is going to be something that may be personal for you, but let's cover a couple of bullet points, all right? So step one, obvious answer, reach out to me. Okay, maybe not the obvious answer, but I would love for you guys to do that because like I talk about all the time, yes, I'm a licensed realtor here, and yes, I love making these videos, but more, I love helping you guys fit your needs and wants with your family. All right, so with my Zoom calls that I set up with my clients, we're really diving into your wants and needs as far as school district, your needs for the kiddos. Do you have to go to work in person? Do you work remote? Is there a specific commute for you that you want, that you're looking for? Are there just certain needs as far as like what you'd like to get out of moving here to West Michigan? Is there a commute to recreational activities that you guys would like? I love diving into that, and yes, those are super important prior to looking at homes and negotiating contracts and all that other stuff. You'd be surprised what areas might fit that you're not thinking of, but either way, yes, let's dive into it, into those specifics to go over. What exactly should you be looking for? When I'm jumping on these Zoom calls with you, one of the first things I'm going to ask is, based on my videos, based on your own research, are there any areas of interest to you immediately that jumped out? And then usually people have one or two areas that are kind of caught their eye, and I dive into them. The why behind why you like them, and then based on those whys, in addition to other things that you know you like about those areas, that's where I give you my 2 cents on some other spots. But one of the first things that I like to go over as far as the essentials would be schools. Now, a lot of people that are moving here, they're very focused on school districts. They have families and kids that are in school, whether it's sports programs or educational programs that they need. But also, if you are moving here and you don't have any children, it should at least be a factor for you because it's very important on the resale value of your home. North Muskegon School District, #1 in Muskegon County, but you've got some other great schools, Whitehall School District, Reese Puffer School District, lots of other great areas to choose from. Why that's important is because, again, even if you don't have kids going to school, the resaleability, the value of the home is going to be substantially different on how it maintains that value compared to everywhere else. Just because I have a great market here in West Michigan, and even these times right now, it's still increasing in equity and value, and our economics here are super strong. There are some areas that are preferred over others, specifically on school districts. So yes, school district is something to think about. Next, we're diving into if you need to be anywhere specific to work. Now, a lot of people are still fully remote and 100% capable of living anywhere. However, a lot of people, maybe there's a local office or a branch that they might need to go to a couple times a week, or even just, the regular working in the office. So that's going to be definitely another factor of where do you need to go. And one thing that I always find interesting, people always tell me like, hey, if I could be within 45 minutes of the office, and that would be great. And what's amazing is, man, that's pretty much all of Muskegon County area. But if you also need school districts and also need certain community activities like outdoor recreation or some fun stuff to do with the kids, there are some other great areas, preferably around, I guess, that 45-minute radius around central Muskegon that you might prefer over others. So either way, I know we're talking a lot about this, but yes, there are some questions I'm asking you guys and some things that you're going to be asking yourself as far as where should you narrow down your search and get super committed and going out in nature and other stuff like that. The next point that I'm planning on going over is lifestyle. Hey, what kind of lifestyle are you looking for with your social life, with your family life? Are you looking for somewhere you can walk down to some breweries and some coffee shops and things like that, all within walking distance? Are you more focused on having a community pool and good suburban quiet neighborhoods for the family? Are you still single out there and mingling and having dinners and you want some more central, you want to be more central Muskegon or part of the nightlife? Either way, we've got to find what fits for you best. There are some family areas, there are some younger, more energetic areas, and believe it or not, there are some areas that are kind of blended. We've got a lot of people that, even though they have families, they do like being more downtown in Muskegon. There are some places in central Muskegon where you still feel super within the city, but are family friendly and have amazing parks, and it's still a quiet suburban area right in the heart of Muskegon. So a lot of options. Let's keep moving on to my next point. But if you haven't seen some of those, definitely keep an eye out for my future video. All right, so for my next point here, and it's not going to be a factor for a lot of people, but depending on where you might live, it definitely should be a factor, and that is the weather. So we have very congruent weather here pretty much all across Muskegon area. However, you start going a little bit further south, you're going to get more snow down there. You start looking along the lakeshore, the weather can change drastically quickly. You could end up having a snow day and then 3 hours later, bright sun, nice weather. And keep in mind, when moving here to Michigan, you're going to see snow more than anything else throughout the year. All right, so this last point that I'd like to talk about is in central Muskegon area, that 45-minute radius or whatever. Some areas just naturally have bigger lot sizes than others. Maybe that's a big deal for you. Maybe it's not. But maybe you want a quarter acre, half acre at minimum, whatever that looks like. And believe it or not, stylistically, there are certain types of homes depending on where you're at around Muskegon area. So like in Muskegon, it doesn't look like Muskegon Heights. It doesn't look like North Muskegon, which doesn't look like Whitehall. There are different builders, and even some of the same builders, if they're in those different areas, they're committed to making those homes look different. So there's definitely a feel and vibe depending on where you're at around central Muskegon, not just within communities and what there is to do out there, but just the style and feel of homes. So something to think about as we start getting into searches, as I help you guys on those Zoom calls, diving into the areas that you want. Yes, I do start showing you some of those homes specifically in those areas just so you guys can get a feel for it. Believe it or not, there might be an area where it's not a great commute or whatever, but maybe you're just not impressed. Maybe you like it, but it's just not for you, the type of housing that they're providing in that area. So definitely something to think about. Just keep in mind these things are important, where you're going to be living and resting yours and your family head. Also super important in addition to everything else that you need as far as just your daily living in that area. By the way, you guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Until next time, and I will see you on the next video.